How you doing? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We got what is it? Lie 1144. I'm writing music. It's called Music That Should Have Been in the Movie Rocky. And that was my 20th instrumental piano piece. It's kind of cool, right? I like this stuff. Rocky is my favorite movie of all time. I'll just give you a quick little preview of another one I wrote just before. I'm trying to have that like drive-in fighter beat. It's another piece I wrote. Music that should have been in the movie Rocky. Forget about it. Doyle Slater. I got a rotisserie chicken. I do play the Michael Myers theme a lot, but I'm trying to stay away from copyrighted material, if you don't mind, for my live streams because I don't do. I have to catch up on my lives. If I do anything that's copyrighted, they're gonna basically deem this live to be not suitable for monetization. So I just hope you understand. I can't do anytime I do copyrighted music. YouTube says that's it. This live stream is not eligible for monetization. Now, by the way, guys, I don't have a pink eye. This is due to my sinuses, okay? All the haters like, do you have a pink eye? No. Once in a while, because of my sinuses, I get a little inflamed, like section here. It's like a sty. It's starting to heal already. But it is not a pink eye. Yeah, I miss garbage day. That's what it is. Dealing with a lot of stuff, Dave the Trooper. Dave the Trooper dealing with a lot of stuff, man. Wife passed away. Mom passed away. What can I tell you, man? I'm just dealing with a lot of stuff, brother. So when you're dealing with a lot of stuff, sometimes things happen. Like forgetting about garbage day. Thank you so much, Lai. God bless you. These haters don't understand. They want to just keep breaking my Italian balls. No, it's not that. I did take the garbage out. I just forgot to put it in the front. It happens. What are you going to do? I'll take care of it. It happens. Anyway. Let's do some music here. This is an original song. This is something I sing on My throat's a little sore here from all the cold weather, but we'll try it anyway. Runaway. I call this Apefather, King of the Jungle Music. That's going to be my brand. Apefather, King of the Jungle. We'll talk about that next. All these years passed by, nothing's changed. Still the same man I was yesterday. I got my dreams, I got my doubts. Tired of this place, I need out. And I need out. I wanna run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. Run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. Sometimes I feel like I'm wasting time. I'm not sure, just can't make up my mind. The only thing that makes me feel happy is the furthest thing away from me. It's so far from me. I gotta run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. Run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. To the piano solo. It's an original rock and roll song I wrote called Runaway. Thank you very much, Alex, man. Thank you. God bless you. Some people like it. JSJ297. Too bad it's not you. Listen, you have the right to drive down my block, Dave, you know. It's all good, brother. It's all good. I'll take care of the garbage, Dave. All right. I know you're very happy that you caught on that there's garbage that needs to be taken out. And I know you're gonna repeat it 5,000 times. You know, you can keep doing it if it floats your boat. All right, Dave. If it makes you happy, you keep repeating it. At least you're not talking about my eye, which is, by the way, it's not pink eye. It's not pink eye. It's my sinuses here. But at least he's not talking about the eye. He's talking about the garbage. So I can accept the garbage over my eye. I'm going to have raccoons. Ow! I'll take care of it tonight, Dave. I'll take care of all the garbage tonight. Happy Thanksgiving's coming up soon, yeah? It's not. See, now we're switching to the eye. What's up there, you the hoops? I know you're not crazy about Yingling. I know you're not. I know you like other beers better. But I just happen to love that beer. I don't know why. One day me and you will have some beers. You can introduce me to a few other ones. Forget about it. Forget about it. What's up there, DJ? McLovin from Wyoming, Gorilla. Wow! Does this really sound like Super Mario, my ape call, when Super Mario's falling? Wow! People say that to me all the time. Wow! Oh, man. Actually, this song I'm about to play, it's called Middle of the Night. I picture this big drum intro, and I picture doing my ape like call, you know? Like, so in other words, imagine a big gorilla on the stage. That's going to be, a gigantic effing gorilla I'm talking about, like the size of King Kong. I'm going to do this one day when I do a concert. So you hear this big drum intro. Wow! Oh! Late at night, full of doubt, thinking about how much I want out of this place. Never changes. It's my home, feeling like I am a stranger. Packed my bags and drove away in the middle of the night. Destination is unknown, but I'm better off alone. Tomorrow they'll try to make you come back home. Now I finally see the light. Don't wanna run away in the middle of the night. Don't get me involved. Your life's a puzzle that I know I can't solve. You choose your misery. Always blame me for your problems constantly. Packed my bags and drove away in the middle of the night. Destination is unknown, but I'm better off alone. Tomorrow they'll try to make you come back home. Now I finally seen the light. Don't wanna run away in the middle of the night. Guitar solo. Packed my bags and drove away in the middle of the night. Destination is unknown, but I'm better off alone. Tomorrow they'll try to make you come back home. Now I finally seen the light. Don't wanna run away in the middle of the night. The middle of the night. Rock and roll. I didn't get the lawsuit papers yet. Didn't get it yet, WTF. Thank you, John. No, I love women. Love women, my man. Like I said, guys, I can't do any copyrighted music. Thank you so much, John. I don't really consider myself to be a singer. Look, I'll be honest with all of you. I am a songwriter. I am a piano player, first and foremost. Singing, I kind of just do it for fun. I would definitely rather have like Steve Perry singing right now, from Journey. You know what I mean? So I definitely don't consider myself to be a singer, but I do it for fun. I always make the joke saying you don't have to be LeBron James. You don't have to be Michael Jordan if me and you want to go out and shoot a little hoops. You understand? Guys, I don't want to talk about like my personal like stuff. All I have to say to you is that there is things going on with my finances that I can't divulge everything to you. You understand? I can't divulge everything. But let's just say there is reasons for things you don't know. You don't need to know about my business. Worry about your business. But things are the way that you see. Okay, not because I'm struggling, because I'm expecting, and that's all you need to know. Okay, you don't need to know anything else. You don't need to know anything else. That's it. You can feel whatever you want to feel, but there's reasons for everything in life. You understand? There's always a reason. You always want to assume the reasons are the worst reasons. That's just the way you are, all you haters. You never consider that maybe, I don't know, there's actual positive things, but you don't want to think that way. You don't want to think that way. So it's fine. You just keep thinking negative because it doesn't really, at the end of the day, your opinions really don't make a difference. You know what I mean? You can feel whatever you want to feel. So who cares? You know what I mean? Anyway. Ah, John, I'm sure you have a good voice, man. Mickey Mantle, forget about it. Forget about it. I don't really want to discuss my personal business, no offense. Forget about it. It's just that, haters think they always have the answers. They think haters always feel that they understand everything, they know everything, but little do they know that Apefather has the ace cards. They don't know that. They don't understand. they think I'm the Joker, but I got the ace of diamonds here. Absolutely, Mickey Mantle, the greatest of all time. I mean, forget about it. Forget about it. All right. Here's a song called "Who Will Be There for You." The strong only survive through these days. Feel the pain of this world breaking me down in many ways. So easily, my good heart broke constantly. Not too many people who are going to be there for you. Going to be there for you. Change all the time, hit you from out of the blue. When you're in need, who'll be there for you? Time passed by, told me well and told me why. I still get by. Deep in my soul, a light shines so bright. Even the darkest days won't last long. Used to trust so easily, days. Felt the pain of this world breaking me down in many ways. Forget about it. That's another original called Who Will Be There For You. Thank you so much, John. Your dog is crying. Ow! Maybe your dog will like that. It doesn't make a difference. Pay the water bill. It's fine. It doesn't make a difference. Listen, the bank takes care of all of this stuff. WTF, which you don't understand. There's $400,000 in equity. The bank pays it. So if it makes you happy and you want to pay it, pay it. I don't care. Do whatever you got to do. Do whatever you got to do. All of this will be resolved. But things are certain. There's certain things happening in my life which you don't need to know about. That's it. Salud, Gendani. John Roberts here. We got a new subscriber here, a new guy. That's a very, very awesome person, man. Thank you, brother. I got one for you, John, here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of the Apefather here in this next song, okay? My family comes from Palermo, Sicily, John. So you're going to like this one here. This one we're going to dedicate to John Roberts here. 2, 3, 4. My family is from Palermo, Sicily. My grandma told me stories about the old country, how we came to Brooklyn, New York, while I'm eating spaghetti with a spoon and fork, drinking wine, salute, gin tonic. My Uncle Paulie and my Aunt Connie served an Italian feast, yes sir. The Apefather's a gangster. Learn how to score every day, making cash. I built up a very respectable stash. I don't ask for anything, I just take what is mine, just like a porterhouse steak. Cook the medium rare with a bottle of wine, that's rare. In my life, I don't even have a care. It's not even fair how I live. The Apefather's a gangster. Thank you, John. Little saxophone solo. Apefather's a gangster. My family is from Palermo, Sicily. My grandma told me stories about the old country, how we came to Brooklyn, New York, while I'm eating spaghetti with a spoon and fork, drinking wine, salute, gin tonic. My Uncle Paulie and my Aunt Connie served an Italian feast, yes sir. The Apefather's a gangster. rat and your friends. Always keep your mouth shut. Be a good earner. Always keep your nose clean. If you know what I mean. Always follow the rules. We survive by our rules. The Apefather, Richie LaBoyani, is a gangster. It's another original I wrote there. Forget about it. You know what's funny about you guys with this like fake stupid lawsuit is that I have so many like videos, so many comments from you where you basically, insult me. You call me the dumbest guy in the world. You're like, absolutely no one with half a brain would listen to you. Okay. You are the worst investor. This is what you hate to say of all time. Okay. Only the dumbest, most stupidest man would ever listen to you. But yet you're going to sue me, right? And make yourself look like a complete hypocrite. So listen, go for it. Go for it. Be my guest. Have fun. Have a good time. Go get your shine box, okay? Listen, guys, you're so desperate to try to beat me, and do you notice like everything that you guys do fails? Like literally nothing works. Nothing works. Everything that this guy WTF does fails. So, have fun. Have fun. Have a good time. I say I'm not a financial advisor, just like I'm talking about Bitcoin right now. You understand? I tell everybody I feel Bitcoin has a potential to go to $1 million. But what do I tell people? I'm not a financial planner. I don't give financial advice. I tell people I'm just an entertainer. Just like I did with AMC, I said the same exact thing. I am an entertainer. Everything I do is for entertainment purposes only. Forget about it. Just ignore these haters. These guys want to blame me for a stock that, we were all involved with. They're little crybabies. I took a loss on it too, guys. Big money. Unlike all of you, by the way, that's another thing, all these haters, all of you said that you made money on AMC. So realize like in the lawsuit, you're going to actually have to show your portfolios. You understand that, right? You all understand. See, you're going to actually have to show that you lost money because all of you haters have been saying for the longest time that you're not an idiot like me. This is your words. You actually sold out. Most of you haters say I sold out at the top. I made money on AMC. This is what all of you say. I made money, right? So you're going to have to show in a court of law your portfolio that you lost a ton of money. See, I could show that. But apparently you can't show that because all of you haters say, well, unlike you, Apefather, I sold. I made money. Exactly. So let's leave it at that, okay? Apefather has got a lot of ambition. I'm starting the Apefather brand, John. Apefather, King of the Jungle brand. One day, Apefather is going to have an Italian restaurant, steakhouses, and if I get big enough, if I become a really, really big-time famous guy on YouTube and in life, you might one day see the Apefather, King of the Jungle. Casino, baby. Wow! I'll show you a song I wrote here. You invest in Mountain Dew. That's pretty funny. Let me show you a song I wrote here. It's called Ambition. That's an instrumental piano piece called Ambition. Forget about it. Forget about it. I love this guy, John Roberts. Why can't everybody be like you? Why is this world got to be filled with hate, you know? What the world needs now. Love, sweet love. Forget about it. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. We need more love in this world, not hate. Not hate. Hate sucks, you know. Apefather's going to reveal his very big sword, John, here. Are you ready? He's like, what? Oh, forget about it here. WTF. I am your father, WTF. Anyway. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. Forget about it. Here's another instrumental piece here I wrote for my hometown. Called Brooklyn Funk. Two, three, four. It's an instrumental jazz piece I wrote called Brooklyn Funk. It's just keep practicing, man. You could do it, brother. I am your father. Ah, man, you haters all you love to hate. But they're good people here. We got John Roberts, a great guy. We got Nicholas Helms, 2395, great person here. Big Tasket, hands, 4742. Sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is start a brand called the Apefather King of the Jungle brand. That's my dream. You know, I have a dream. I have a dream. You see, there's my logo right there. That's what you're going to see one day. The King Ape, that will be everywhere. That will be all over the place. That will become a household logo right, one day. Thank you. I don't let the negativity get to me. You the hoobs. 668. I always keep positive, man. Like I said, my wife passed away. These guys are gonna affect me. My wife passed away and my mom passed away. Now that affected me. That hurt me. Oh my God. Do I miss my beautiful wife, Jennifer? Oh my God, do I miss Jennifer so much. Dave, come into Doyle's. I'll have a drink with you, Dave. The first round is on you. Okay, because you're a big shot, right? You had to be a big shot, did you? So the first couple of rounds is on Dave. But no, I miss my wife and my mom so much. I wrote songs for my beautiful wife and my mom. I'll give you just a quick little excerpt of Jennifer that was written for my wife and Josephine for my mom. Here's Jennifer. I will keep my beautiful wife. She's my guardian angel. She's our children's guardian angel. My mother, Josephine, is our guardian angel and our children, the children's guardian angel. They're going to be with us forever. They're in our hearts. They're in our minds. They're here with us. They're spirits. We love them so much. Real Aqua. I remember when I first looked in your eyes. It was destiny. We were both surprised. From this moment on, there was something very strong that we felt inside. Now my Jennifer has stars in her eyes when she looks at me. When we first kissed, I knew there was something about you that was meant for me. And I knew I love Jennifer. We spent all our time together every night. When we are apart, something is not right. You became a part of my heart and my soul. My life is finally whole. Now my Jennifer has stars in her eyes when she looks at me. When we first kissed, I knew there was something about you that was meant for me. And I knew I love Jennifer. That's for my wife, Jennifer. God bless you, John. Thank you. God bless my beautiful wife, Jennifer, in heaven. I got one for my mom, too. I'll do that one really quick. Can I explain the emotion throughout this piano pieces for your belated wife, Jennifer, after playing it? You know, it's It's a hard question to answer, but I'll try. You know, you have a mixture of memories that is filled with happiness in your heart and your soul that you just remember of your wife. You know, I remember everything, all the great times with Jennifer. I remember her just being the greatest mother. Look, if you're going to start talking crazy, Dave, I got to get rid of you. But anyway, let me just continue to answer the question. I remember Jennifer just being the greatest mother, the greatest wife. Her whole life was dedicated to her family, dedicated to making all of us happy. And so all of the amazing memories when I play that song comes back, but at the same time missing her, just not seeing her anymore, you know, not it's devastating, man. It's devastating. So you got, you know, the happiness and you got the sadness at the same time when I play the song. And it's the same thing. It's a great Italian restaurant, Mama Rose. It's the same thing when I play the song for my mom, Josephine, which I'll do right now. Happiness and sadness, all the wonderful memories of my wonderful mother, the greatest grandmother, you know? But sadness that I won't see her anymore. I love her so much and I love my wife so much. Josephine, you were there to guide me. You were there beside me, and I can count on you. Josephine, you're the inspiration, and you are my best friend now until the end. Years passed us by, and I realize how much I've learned from you. Mistakes I've made, you show me the way to make it all brand new. Josephine, you were there to guide me. You were there beside me, and I can count on you. Josephine, you're the inspiration, and you are my best friend now until the end. You always believe that I can achieve everything that I dreamed. Until that day, ignore what they say, follow your destiny. Josephine, you were there to guide me. You were there beside me, and I can count on you. Josephine, you're the inspiration, and you are my best friend now until the end. That's Josephine for my beautiful mother. What's up, Justin Henry? That's the song I wrote for my mom. Sing My Sarah. You mean, well, I changed that to My Love Con. So it's no longer called My Sarah. It's called My Love Con. All right, I think Dave needs a little time out here. So let's give Dave a little time out. He needs to relax a little bit here. Let's give him like 10 minutes so he calms down a little bit here. You know, it's tough times. Thank you, John Roberts. God bless. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words about my wife and my mom. God bless you, brother. You know, it's tough. It's always tough, Justin. You know, every day is tough without my wife. Every day is tough without my mom. You know, they say time it gets easier. Not really. Not for me. It doesn't. I don't think I'm ever gonna get over what happened to my family, to our family. I was even talking to the kids about it today. I cannot believe what happened to us. I just can't believe that my wife and mom passed away within 2 weeks. But, you know, as a father, I stay strong for my kids. What's up, Earthquake? 3.9. Thank you. God bless you, brother John. I stay, look, that's what a good father does. You know, a good father stays strong for the kids to make sure that they have a wonderful life. I owe that to them. I owe that to my wife. I owe that to my mom. You know, if I passed away and Jennifer was alive and she was here, as much as my wife would be heartbroken, and I know she would be, oh my God, she would be lost without me, like I'm lost without her, but she would still be strong for the children. She would still be strong for the children. And that's what we have to do as parents. I have to, listen, I have to remain strong for my kids, for our kids. I don't gamble on sports betting. No, I don't. I never did. I never did. Roulette, yes, I do. I do roulette. Again, not a pink eye. This is my sinuses. It's a little sinus thing. No, I play roulette. I love roulette, but no, I don't. I never do sports betting. Never, never. Maybe on the Super Bowl, I'll do a little thing. You know, if I go to like Zanos or something, you know, I'll get involved with something small. But no, I don't do it. I don't do sports betting. How you doing there? Real Aqua. I did for John before you missed it. I did the song Apefather's a Gangster. I'm sorry, brother. Maybe I'll do it again. We'll see. But there he is. More money investing. It's not pink eye. Okay, let me educate all of you. Pink eye is when your actual eye is pink. Okay, this is called a sty. This is a sty. Okay, and in my case, it happens because I have very bad sinuses, and it's the change of weather. I already actually had a doctor look at it. Okay, doctor confirmed this is not pink eye. Is when the inside of your eyeball is pink. Okay, you guys don't even know what pink. That's why they call it pink eye. This is a sty, guys. I don't even know why. Why you're? I'll give it right back to you, real quick. I don't know what happened. I don't know because these haters have been driving me crazy here. Yeah, that's crazy. What's going on? All right, you're back as a moderator, Connie. Sorry about that, Connie. No, of course, of course. Relax a little bit. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff is going on in our country. A lot of crazy stuff with that. Yeah, that new mayor, that socialist mayor in New York City. You know, I'm not worried about it. Don't worry about it. Trump's got the power. Trump is the main guy. All right, so I'm not worried about that guy. Don't worry about it. At the end of the day, the buck stops at the Donald. So you know he could talk a great game, but you know he needs the funding from he needs the funding from the government. So that's the bottom line. So don't worry that much about it. Don't worry that much about it. Looks like the government shutdown, is over, right? Trump won, it looks like. He's a great president. He stands his ground. He's very tough. And, he loves America. And, he wants the best for us. And he's not taking any of the Democrats' shit no more. So he's doing a great job. God bless. I don't really want to talk too much about politics. I got my mind on a lot of things. But he stood his ground. He stood his ground, President Trump. Chuck Schumer eventually caved in. They caved in. But, getting back, I know I got to do a lot more lives. I apologize. It's just been really busy. It's been really busy with the kids. Just a lot of stuff is going on, man. A lot of stuff, with school, with sports. Michael's getting very heavy into sports. And, like I said, I signed the kids up for the basketball. I'm signing the kids up. They're doing bowling. They're doing everything. I got them doing everything. Sophia does the piano. She does gymnastics. She does art, dancing. Forget about it. I do a little dancing myself, like John Travolta here, like Saturday Night Fever. Well, you can't tell by the way I move myself. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Anyway, it's my Bee Gees voice. I'm staying alive. Oh, yeah. You know your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. Look, New York has always been this way, Real Aqua. It's unfortunate. It's always was the greatest city. See, look, what we could talk about is that President Trump, pardoned Rudy Giuliani, for everybody that was trying to stop him from getting in office in 2020, and look, that's something to talk about because you got to focus on the positives, brother. Look, you can't, what could you do about it? He's, the guy's in, that communist guy. Okay, that's it. The way I see it is this, okay? Ultimately, the power stops with President Trump. That's it. President Trump controls everything. He controls all the funding. New York needs President Trump. So he may have certain powers, like he wants to raise taxes to like 52%. He wants to do a lot of crazy shit, that guy. But you know what? Remember, it all comes down to President Trump. So don't, let's not even talk about it, man. Let's not even talk about it. Same thing happened here, in Jersey. Really don't want to talk about it. It's very crazy. It was a crazy time for voting. It was a crazy time. Forget about it, man. Forget about it. But I go with the flow. That's it. I rest peacefully at night knowing that President Trump is in power. He's in office. And that makes me feel comfortable. Okay, yes, obviously I wish we had a different turnout, with the way everything turned out. And they're on it. They're on it. They're all meeting, they're talking about it. They're gonna work hard. It is what it is. Like even my state, man, New Jersey's really never been a red state. New York's never been a red state. That's why Stallone moved to Florida, man. Stallone got out of California. He's like, I am out of this shithole. I'm out. And I'm moving. Florida's great with DeSantis. So what could we do? It's crazy. It's crazy that this is what the Democrats do. I love New York, man. I wrote songs about New York. I'm a New Yorker. I'm kind of like ashamed now to be a New Yorker with all the crazy shit that's going on. That there's a friggin' mayor that's like a socialist. I know, man, but it's like, look, just Real Aqua. He needs Trump. Remember this, okay? There's only so much he could do without government support. So the point is that Trump's always going to have leverage. He's always going to have power. Remember that. Okay, look at what happened to, what's her name, Letitia, what's her name? Letitia James. Look at what happened to her. You know what I mean? So remember, Trump's got power, Real Aqua. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. There's only so much that this friggin' Mondami is going to be able to do. Okay? At the end of the day, he needs President Trump. And President Trump is gonna be the one that's gonna make sure that look. You see what happened with the government shutdown, okay? President Trump is a great deal maker. He knows how to make deals. He knows how to get things done. He's not going to allow that friggin' Mamdami to destroy New York. He's not going to allow it. He's not. He said it. Did you hear what he said? He said, "I'll put him in jail." President Trump said. Again, I'll say it's alleged. I'll say it's alleged. But you heard what President Trump said. President Trump is on it, man. He's on it. But I have faith in President Trump. What's up there, Jeremy's calling? What's up, Jeremy? Oh my God. God bless your grandmother, man. I'll pray for her. I'll pray for your grandmother. God bless, brother. Listen, President Trump is doing a great job. He ended 8 wars. He's working on the big one with Ukraine and Russia. He's bringing in so much money into the country with all the tariffs. You know, we weren't making any money. We were honestly, we were getting nothing from nobody in trade. And now it's like he's bringing in so much money for our country. And, he's just, I feel he's making America a powerhouse. I think he's doing great, man. But it's reality. Like, you got to look at listen, okay, you see, you know what I don't like about people like this guy here, what is it, Kara can't see. You got to like face the reality, man. You got exactly, Real Aqua. He's going to send 2,000 to every American citizen as a dividend from the tariffs. But you got to look at the reality. Okay, under the Biden administration, okay, we had millions and millions and millions of illegal immigrants coming into the country. Under President Trump, it's like actually none. No illegal immigrants are coming into the country. Okay, so, he's making a fortune for the country. We're respected again by world leaders. They were laughing at us before, man. Everything was about like money going to them. You understand? Money going to China, money going to the rest of the world. And now money's coming back into America. So I think that is the reality. But that is the reality, I mean, that is the reality. But like I said, you see, I don't want to get into politics. I really don't want to get into politics. Because then, you see what's happening here. I was looking to do all my music, Exactly. So that's just the way I see it. Look, President Trump, he's got our back. He's got our back. He's going to make sure America stays the capitalist, amazing country that it is. We're not going to become a socialist country. You might get a couple of people here and there that win certain elections, like in New York City, but at the end of the day, Trump's in power. Trump is the president. The buck stops at him. So that's just the way I see it. The buck stops with him. I play a lot more than 3 songs, okay? I just completed writing 20 songs, instrumental pieces, music that should be in the movie Rocky. Okay, that's all new music, by the way. You can see it in my short videos. I wrote 20 new pieces. Okay, so I definitely have about 100 songs that probably have lyrics, some instrumental, like a mixture. So about 100 songs. So it's not 3 songs, more money invested. I have a lot. I have a lot of songs. I have a lot of music. A lot of music. I love you too, Jeremy. Well, look, we had a president that didn't even know who he was before. President Biden. President Biden didn't know where he was. He could have walked downstairs. He was shaking hands with invisible people. Now we have a president, that's ending eight wars, stopping illegal immigration. There's no illegal immigrants coming into our country, bringing in billions and hundreds and like probably close to $1 trillion in all this money from tariffs that he's doing. He's just doing great, man. He had the biggest tax cut in history. You know what I mean? What else could you ask for? I mean, what else could you ask for? He's doing absolutely incredible. So we got a great president, and I'm not gonna let a few bad apples, you know, get in the way of how much I love this country. I love this country with all my heart and soul. I'm not gonna let a few bad apples get in the way of that. Do I actually love random people on the internet that I never met? No. When my wife, look, I've gone over this before. I don't know why I want to keep talking about this. Look, when my wife Jennifer passed away and my mom passed away within 2 weeks, WTF, I explained all of this to you guys. I know you don't want to understand it. I know I just keep repeating myself. I couldn't face the pain. I couldn't face the fact that my wife, my soulmate, you understand, my best friend, my everything passed away. So that's when Sarah came into the picture. Okay, Sarah came into the picture. You know, she just started talking to me every day, 4 or 5 hours a day, 7 hours, 8 hours a day. And, it wasn't about money at first. It really wasn't about money. She was just talking to me every day, man, 5 hours, several hours a day. At some point, it did become about money, and I'm admitting to you, I admit to you when I'm wrong. I wasn't myself. I was lost. I will never, okay. I actually got a doctorate's degree because of Sarah. You want to hear what happened? Because of Sarah. In a way, I feel like I paid for education. I got a doctorate's degree in like the whole love con thing. Okay. I could see love cons coming now from like miles away. Like nobody could ever trick me again. So what happened with Sarah was a one-time only mistake. And like I said, I did okay. Can we talk? Let's talk about President Trump. You want to talk about President Trump? You want to talk about politics? Okay. If I become a famous YouTuber one day, or if I could somehow get power myself, I would like to get a message to President Trump. I don't understand why there isn't laws in place right now to protect people like myself. To protect people whose spouses passed away, major losses. My mom passed away. You have to understand what happens to people like us, okay? We lose it. I'm telling you what happens. We're not of sound mind no more. This is what you don't understand. We're not of sound mind. You think I'm bad. You think I'm bad. I see people give away millions of dollars. Okay, so what did I give away? A little over 10 grand? Okay. I saw people give away millions. There should be something in place to protect people. Like example, if your spouse passes away, you should go see a financial advisor, like a real financial advisor. Like it should be a law that like you have to meet with this person. You're not allowed to give away any money without the approval of this financial like advisor. Because the thing is, you're not really of sound mind. You shouldn't be allowed to just, isn't it crazy? Like you think about that whole Anna Nicole Smith situation. We live in a country. This is a crazy part of the country, and I wish I could reach President Trump on this. There could be a guy who's a multi-billionaire. You understand? Worked his whole life, made millions and millions and millions of dollars in his lifetime. Some girl, after his wife passes away, could just walk into his life, some young bombshell, and, talk a little sexual to him, send him a couple of naked pictures, seduce him, do what she has to do. Next thing you know, this guy's going to give all his money to this girl. There's got to be laws in place. There's got to be laws in place to protect people. Like I said, what I would actually suggest to President Trump is if someone's wife passes away or if someone loses their husband, someone loses their spouse, they are no longer, I hate to say it, but I think it's for their best interest. I don't know if you would agree with this, because in a way I understand you say, well, we live in a free country and you should have the freedom to give your money away. Now, I don't agree with it. All right. I don't agree with it. I think that you should have the counsel of a financial advisor. You should have the counsel. If your wife passes away, you are not allowed. You are not allowed to switch like power of attorney. Like you can't make major financial changes in your life. You can't change your power of attorneys if it's a family member. You can't just give away large sums of money to people. You can't. You just can't do it. So I wish that President Trump. I'm going to make more videos on that. I wish that President Trump. I can't believe that. Can you believe that there are no laws in place to protect people? There's no laws in place. I want you to know this. Now I know what you're all saying, but we live in a free country. We live in a free country. So, hey, Back to the Future. How you doing, brother? No, but I know what. But John, a lot of people will make the argument that we live in a free country. And if you want to give all your money away to somebody, you should. But this is my argument. My argument is when the person is giving away their money, are they doing it of sound mind? Meaning, are they like, see, you're not allowed to sign a contract in any way, shape, or form if you're not of sound mind. Everyone knows this, right? Everyone agrees that if you are not of sound mind, it's not legal for you to sign a contract. So then why is it legal if your wife passes away or if, say, someone loses their spouse? You understand? Why is it legal for this person to give away all their money to some young girl, who pops into their life, gets a little sexual with them? Next thing you know, this girl's power of attorney takes over your whole estate. Okay, now there's got to be laws in place. And can you believe there isn't laws in place? I find it to be incredible. I can't believe there is not laws in place to protect people like me that happened to me. Like my wife passed away, my mom passed away. I should have had protection, I should have had someone helping me. These are people who pretend to be Sarah. Whatever. It's really, look, it's really terrible that there is not laws in place. There should be. There should be. I cannot believe it. If you want me to tell you the truth, I can't believe it. But I guess it's part of our freedom. Because then the next thing they'll say, well, if we stop a person who wants to give away their money, what's the next thing we're going to do? That's not freedom, right? See, that's going to be the argument. But again, it goes back to the same thing. Are they of sound mind? All right, how about this? Maybe we can make a compromise. If the person could prove that they're of sign, but listen, but maybe Back to the Future, maybe we could compromise. Maybe like they have to be able to prove. So like here's an example. So let's say they're meeting with a financial advisor. Now let's say some young girl comes into the person's life whose wife passed away, right? And she's like, I want, $10,000. You would have to now explain to the financial planner why you're giving this girl $10,000. Now, if it makes sense, like if there's something that makes logical sense, like maybe you're starting a business together or there's some kind of a potential for, a return of investment. If something makes sense why you're giving the girl $10,000, then maybe the financial advisor will give you the thumbs up and say yes, right? But then the thing is, if the financial planner turns it down, if you're like, why are you giving this girl $10,000? Well, because she wants to live with me. And she says she wants a nest egg. She wants a little, no, the financial planner is going to say no. So I don't think it's against your freedom. I think you're getting consultation. I think that I want you all to know I am going to make this a big part of my channel. Because I want to make it so one day President Trump could hear about this message. And I want it to come from the Apefather. Because there's too many people that are getting tricked with love cons, man. There are too many people that are vulnerable. They're at their lowest. They're heartbroken, and they're getting tricked. What's up there, Larry? I just did Ambition before, but we'll do it again. Here's these crazy haters. How's my night going? I miss my wife, Larry. I miss my mom every night. But me and the kids had a big Italian dinner tonight. I don't know if you saw the videos, but we went to that Mama Rosa's. We had I didn't post a bill, More Money Investing, but it was a very expensive moment. That was a big dinner, More Money Investing. That was a $200 plus dinner. We ate everything that you could possibly imagine. I had the pasta fazool soup, the zucchini soup, the zucchini and potatoes. We had the cold antipasta. We had the mozzarella capris, eggplant rollatini. We had the garlic bread, plain garlic bread with the mozzarella. I had my chicken parmesan over the angel hair pasta side of ricotta cheese. Mike had the tortellini with the vodka. Sophia had the tortellini with the garlic and the oil. We had a big dinner. We finished. I had my cannoli, I had my cappuccino, the tartufo. What a dinner. What a dinner. So, I guess, Larry, you could say I had a good night in that aspect, Good eating, great company with my great kids. That was good. That was real good. That was a great dinner. But yes, I always miss my wife every night. Larry, I miss my mom every night. People think, that a lot of people say to me, you rushed into things, I just didn't want to face the pain, man. I didn't want to face it. I didn't want to face it. And that's why people, the people are marks, man. When you lose your wife, you lose your mom, you're a mark. You're a mark for predators that are out there, these love cons, these catfish girls. There's so many of them, by the way. They're all over the internet, man. They look for people like me. But you see, the thing is, like I explained, I became an expert now. I will never get tricked again. Oh, I will never get tricked again. Never. I became Sarah, I want to thank you. Sarah gave me a doctorate's degree. I have a doctorate's degree in love cons now. Like, I literally, you don't understand something. I see things now 10 miles away. Like, I'll just put it to this way. You can't get over on me ever again. It was a one-time only thing. Thank you, John. Never again, Larry. That was a one-time only thing. Sarah got lucky. She got lucky with me. She got lucky. Okay, that'll never happen again. Well, it's not even about that they need to teach it in schools. They need to make laws. This is what they need to do. Listen, your wife passes away, okay, or your husband passes away for the ladies. You got to sit down with a financial advisor right away. It has to be a law. It has to be a law. Like you have to sit down with a financial planner, and this financial planner, at least for the first maybe year, if not longer, possibly maybe 2 years, every financial decision, you have to go through a financial planner. Because the reason why I say this is I'm telling you this from experience, you are not of sound mind. And you're going to basically make major mistakes. You're going to make major, major mistakes, possibly giving away money to these catfishes, to these love cons, because you're vulnerable. I'm saying you should teach it in school, but I think really it should be a law. No, I wouldn't have been upset because CC, I wouldn't have been upset because look, if a girl is real, let's face the facts. If a girl is real, she doesn't want money from you. She wants you. You know what I mean? She wants you. So, but the thing is that you're easy to be tricked when you're vulnerable. You're easy to be tricked. Your senses are gone. Your common sense is gone. Your street smarts is gone. I'm telling you, I have a lot of street smarts, guys. I'm a smart guy. There is no way that when my wife was alive, God bless my beautiful wife, there's no way that anybody would have got over on me. Okay? But I'm telling you, you change. I know, look, until you go through this yourself, you won't understand this. You change when you have great loss. Thank you, Larry. You're not a sound mind. Larry understands everything. I love Larry. Let me get up for my brother here. My brother Larry. Let's do a little ambition. Anyway, Apefather is gonna become super successful on YouTube. And that money that Sarah got's gonna be a mere bag of shells. Thank you, John. God bless. Thank you. Let's do it for Larry here, a little ambition here. Forget about it. I should break it to like a boogie woogie. Come along, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. Come on, baby, baby, you can't go wrong. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. Anyway, guys, I love all of you. I'll be back in a little bit. Apefather had a big Italian dinner. I got to hit the throne, for a little while, but V for victory. Thank you, John. God bless all of you. I love you, Back to the Future. I love you, John Roberts. I love you, Larry Fine. Oh! All of you are great, man. Weekend Daddy. Real Aqua. Everybody, man. Justin Henry, Earthquake. Everybody, I love all of you. I'll be back in a little while, okay? God bless. V for victory.